Today we will see some have a major step on management, that is organization or organizing. We have already completed planning and related topics. So today we will start with organizing. So basically, organizing from the general sense, we can understand that for any job to accomplish, any task to accomplish, like we need planning.
স্যার
হ্যাঁ বলো।
আচ্ছা, সরি ফর ইন্টারাপশন স্যার, আপনার ভয়েস প্রচন্ড ব্রেক করছে, শোনা যাচ্ছে না।
ও আচ্ছা আচ্ছা। So can you let me try something else? I mean, now is it audible?
Yes, sir, it's audible now.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So, as I was telling you that we have already completed the very first step of management, that is basically planning, because to accomplish any task, to accomplish any job, we need to plan first. Okay, so planning is a very vital step of management. Now, after planning, the next important step of management is probably organization or organizing. Now, from the name organization or organizing, you can understand that when we try to fulfill a particular task, try to accomplish a particular task, besides planning, we need to organize those things. There are several things, several rules, regulations, whatever you can say, we have to organize. We have to collect those things and we have to manage. So basically, you can say organizing is a process of identifying and grouping of work, maybe, which will be performed. We have to identify those things, we have to group those things through which we will accomplish the particular job. And not only that, with that, few more things are important, few more things are needed, that is defining and delegating. These are some new term, maybe, defining and delegating the responsibility, which actually indicates the reporting authority. I mean, the person who are in that particular job, they should know their corresponding reporting authority to whom they have to report. So that's very important. And not only that, I mean, establishing the relationship. Establishing the relationship means, to whom we have to report, we have to establish the relationship with that particular person, or whatever you can say, that your authority. So for the purpose of this job achievement. So if you see the definition, I'm sharing the definition. So the definition will be like that. what I told you, that is, it is the process of identifying and grouping of work. If to identify the things, you have to identify the person, whatever the thing, that means who will be better for your job. So you have to identify, you have to group them for the work to be performed, and then again defining and delegating the responsibility and authority, that means to whom you have to report, and with the relationship you have to maintain the relationship or establish the relationship with those person, you with your boss, like, and for the purpose of achieving this organization goal. So this you can say definition of organizing. So here we have to group the things, we have to establish the relationship, we have to know to whom we have to report, so the reporting authority should be clear. And if we can do that, then we'll be able to organize the job, I mean things, or the human resource, whatever you say, for that particular job very successfully. Okay. So this is the bookish definition, you can say. Now the thing is, why we need to organize, I mean why it is important, why organization is needed, why organizing this particular step is needed in management. So that means, what are the benefits? Now there are lots of benefits. Like, at first you should have discipline in your job. Now, how you are achieving your job, you should have discipline. If you don't have the discipline, then you cannot establish it, you cannot achieve that job, you cannot accomplish that job. So discipline is important. Then revision of work is again important, as because whatever you are doing, you need to revise it time to time. So revision of work is important. Next is better coordination. That means with among the fellow employees, and between the employee and his or her supervisor, the coordination is important, because ultimately it is a cooperative task. So better coordination is important. Next, if we can do this, then obviously our efficiency will increase. And not only that, this will ultimately enhance the security and support. That means you can say job security will be enhanced. Job security of a particular person will be enhanced because he is cooperative. He has increased the efficiency of the organization. He has every other quality. He is obeying the rules and regulations. So he's maintaining the discipline. So this thing is important. These things are important. And with that, if we can follow the above 5 steps, then obviously we will be able to avoid the duplication of work. That means we know that what is our job role, what we have to do, what we have to perform. So obviously there will be no confusion. So ultimately we will see later that it will decrease the confusion, and which is very important, because you need to know your job role, you need to know your span of work. That means what is your responsibility. That's very important to understand. So avoiding the duplication of work, that will be important, and it will ultimately give you the adaptability. I mean, you will be adaptable. You will be able to accomplish the job in coordination with others, and you will have the better quality that you can do the job, you can perform your task in any circumstances. So ultimately you will be adaptable. Next, obviously it will enhance the better human relation among the employer and employees, and among the employees again. And finally, that will help us to achievement of the goal. So these are the benefits basically. And now I will tell you how proper discipline will reduce the confusion and enhance the performance. Basically, if you follow the proper discipline, that means you know that what is your, as I told you, what is your span of job, span of work, what is your control, who is your authority, to whom you have to report, what is your core responsibility, what is your maybe added responsibilities. So these are clear, this will be clear to everybody, and that will basically decrease the confusion. So suppose A is an employee, he has some span of work. B is another employee, he has some other span of work. Maybe they are related to same job, but their span of work is different. Now, if we think, you have gone through, I mean, you know set theory, I think. Though it is not much needed, but just
Yes,
to
sir.
give you an example. Yeah. Just to give you an example, like if A is a set and B is another set. Uh, Now, when the confused zone will create, when it will be intersected, we call it intersection. In the second picture, you can see intersection. It is denoted in cross like that. I mean, so when A and B will be intersected, then there will be a confused zone. That means some part of some job of A may be done by B, and some job of B may be performing by A. So that will be a confused zone. So if you maintain the proper discipline, this scenario will not occur. This confused zone will be reduced. Maybe there may be some confused zone, I mean, still exist, but that will be reduced. But if you don't have proper discipline, if you don't know what is your span of work, if you don't know who is your authority, if you don't know what is your job, then there will be lots of confused zone and lots of repetition of work. Confused zone will be created by the repetition of work. And to reduce, I mean, if you can reduce this repetition of work, then your confused zone will be reduced. So this intersected part will be very minimum, you can say. So that's why we will follow modularized approach of job. We will follow the modularized approach of job. Now, what is modularized approach? That means we will subdivide the job into different modules, different subsections, and the responsibility, or I should say responsibility of a single module will be given to a single team, or suppose given to a single person. So that particular person, that particular team, they will be dedicated to that particular job, that particular portion of the job, whole job, you can say. They will not think that what other team is doing or what other person is doing. So that is basically modularized approach of job. So we are subsections, and then we will try to accomplish the whole thing in a module wise approach. So that is basically the advantage of the proper discipline. Now, in this approach, if we follow this approach, then we will get different organizational structure. Actually, I mean, different organizations have different structure. So organization structure, if we follow the organization structure, so basically organization structure means whatever is written here, that is, it is the decision making framework within which tasks are divided. That means it's a basic framework within which we have divided our tasks, our duties, we have assigned the responsibility, we have defined the authority, and the most important, reporting relationship. So that means what? That means it is a structure যেখানে বলা আছে how we have divided the task, how we have assigned the duties to our employees, what are the authority. I mean, authority is a very vital term. Basically, authority means a particular person should know how far he can go. I mean, what is his responsibility and how far he can go. So he should have a boundary that I have to accomplish up to this. So I should focus, better to focus on this, my part, and I have to report somebody. So that's the authority. And with authority delegation is come. I will discuss it later on. And then responsibility, and as I told you, the reporting relationship, that means you should know to whom you have to report. So this is basically the basic framework, which we can say organization structure. If the organization has some or other kind of structure like this, we will discuss that. So basically, organization structure, it's basically nothing but a framework of hierarchy, you can say. It is a framework of hierarchy that may be vertical, maybe something else, but it's a hierarchy. So there is an example. There is a very simple example. I'm just making little. Suppose this is an example. This is an example of a college or institute, educational institution. So here on the top, you can see the particular organization is registered under some society. Under the society, there may be board of management or somebody or a team. Next, under them, there may be board of governors. Under them, there may be chairman, there may be principal of the college. Then under the principal of the college or institution, whatever you say, there are two parts. One is administrative section, another is academic section. Now if we come to academic section, under the academic section, there may be dean, maybe HODs. Under the HODs, there may be assistant professor, associate professor, professors. And on the same way, on the other hand, in the administrative section, there may be register. You know, every institute, every organization, every education institute, like college, universities, they have register. So register is not directly linked with academic section. They are linked with administrative section. So register. Then maybe finance officer, maybe librarian, maybe training placement officer. Now again, under register, there may be different other posts, other kind of staffs like general administrative staff, admission section, exam section, purchase section, personnel section. Personnel means I'm talking about HR section kind of. So this is an example. This is an example of a organization structure. This is an example of an organizational structure. Now there are basically different kinds of organizational structure. This is an example just. We will discuss it again. So basically, if we see what are the elements of organizational structure, if you see what are the elements of organizational structure, job design is one element. Departmentalization, that means dividing the departments into, different types of departments. So departmentalization, whole institute, whole organization, it has several departments. So departmentalization is one important thing. Next is vertical coordination and horizontal coordination. This is very important. Coordination. What is vertical coordination? Vertical coordination and horizontal coordination. To understand that, I'm again going back to the example. That is, if you see from the top to the bottom, like RCC, like particular institute, it has been registered under some society. Then there are board of management, there are board of governors, and there are chairman, there are principal, and then administrative section, academic section, and then under the academic section there are dean, under dean there are HODs, under HODs there are assistant professor, associate professor. So from top to bottom, if we come from top to bottom, this is basically vertical coordination. So dean is, I mean HODs are under the dean, assistant professor, associate professor, professors, they are under the HODs here in this example. On the same way, on the other hand, left hand side there are administrative section. Now if you see the administrative section and academic section, you can say they are contemporary. Now when board of governor is coordinating with chairman, chairman is coordinating with principal, principal is coordinating with dean, HOD, this is vertical coordination. But on the same way, any member from the academic section can coordinate with any member with administrative section as well. Any member from the academic section can coordinate with any member of the administrative section as well. And this coordination, this type of coordination, we can say this will be horizontal coordination. So when an HOD will try to coordinate with TPO, it will be a horizontal coordination. So that means TPO is not directly under the HOD, but they can coordinate. TPO is under the administrative section, administrative head. There is eventually principal. Again, professor, associate professor, assistant professor, they are under HOD. So when one assistant professor will coordinate with his HOD, this will be vertical coordination. But when an HOD will coordinate with TPO or librarian, it will be horizontal coordination. So there are two kinds of communication direction, you can say. Coordination means there are two kinds of communication direction. One is upward or downward, another is horizontal. Okay. So basically, these things are there actually. It has been, here it is, we have said that elements of organizational structure, that means our job is to, our duty is to design the job, duty is to break it into different departments, and there will be, so that we can make vertical coordination or we can make horizontal coordination. So these are basically elements of organizational structure. On these elements, on the basis of these elements, we try to design different organizational structure. Now, I have told you that there are different departments. So departmentalization is one very important task. Now, departmentalization or subdividing the whole organization into different departments, it is done on the basis of several things. What are those things? At first, the knowledge and skill. On the basis of the knowledge and skill, there may be departmentalization, there may be different departments. On the basis of knowledge and skill, it has been divided. Like there may be civil department, there may be mechanical department, there may be electrical department, there may be computer science department, like that. So computer science people will be under computer science department, information technology people will be under IT department, civil people will be under civil department. So based on the knowledge and skill, the departmentalization has been done. This is one basis of departmentalization. Another basis may be work process. That means what kind of work process is followed in different departments, like different organization, like some printing industry. So in some section there may be offset printing, some section there may be typeset printing. So based on the offset printing and typeset printing, different department has been created. So that is based on the work process. Next may be business function. What is your business function? Like manufacturing is one business function. Same organization, But manufacturing is one department, sales is another department, marketing is another department, maybe finance is another department. So this is business function. Next is time of work. We know that there are different shifts in different organization, like night shift, day shift. So on the basis of night shift, days, different timing. So different departmentalization, I mean, different departments has been created. So those are night shift people, those are day shift people, like that. Next, maybe departmentalization can be done on the basis of output or the product also. Like maybe some section produce garments, some section produce toys, some section produce furnitures. Maybe it can happen. So based on the output or product, different departments can be there. Next, again, very vital, that is based on the client, nature of your client. Whether you are dealing with domestic client, whether you are dealing with foreign client. So based on different client, again, there could be different, I mean, different departments. So these are the departmentalization. I mean, these are the basis of the different departments. Okay. So up to this, we have seen few things. I'm again recapitulating so that you can, if you have some confusion, you can ask me. We have seen what is organization, what is organizing. Next, we have seen what are the benefits of it. Like benefits are lots of benefits, starting from discipline to achievement of goal. There are lots of benefits. Next, we have seen what is the advantage of maintaining proper discipline. We can able to reduce confused zone. This is a very vital achievement we can do. Then we saw that different organizational structure. I mean, we saw that organizational structure and why it is important and what is the basis of it. Like this is an example of organizational structure. Here we saw that there could be different kinds of coordination, vertical and horizontal. Both are important. Both are important. Next is explore that what are the different elements of organizational structure. Like job design is one structure, maybe departmentalization is one structure. That means there are different departments. So based on the departments, we have established the communication. Because basically organizational structure is nothing but a framework. It's nothing but a framework of coordination or framework of communication, you can say. Okay, so job design is one element, departmentalization is one element maybe. And obviously we can make vertical coordination and horizontal coordination through this. Next is departmentalization can be done on the basis of different aspects, like based on our knowledge and skill. Different knowledge people will be in different departments. Same skill and same knowledge, people with same skill and same knowledge will be put into the same department. This can be one basis. Next, working process, working procedure maybe another basis of departmentalization. Business function, different business functions can be the basis of departmentalization. Time of work on the same way can be the basis of departmentalization. Output or product can be the department, can be another basis. And the client, what we are handling, types of client. Based on that also, we can subdivide our organization into different departments. So up to this, we have seen. Now, up to this, if you have any doubt, any question, anything, because this is some kind of new thing we are discussing, so you can ask me, and then we will go to our next session. But if you have any question up to this, you can ask. Yeah, Bishwajit, can say.
Sir, আমার যে কোশ্চেনটা হচ্ছে যে স্যার যে এগুলো বললেন এলিমেন্ট অফ অর্গানাইজেশনাল স্ট্রাকচার,
Mhm.
সেখানে যখন বেসিস অফ ডিফারেন্ট ডিপার্টমেন্ট ডিসকাস করছিলেন তখন বহু পয়েন্ট বললেন, 6টা পয়েন্ট। তো সেখানে নলেজ অ্যান্ড স্কিল বললেন এবং ওয়ার্ক প্রসেস বললেন। তো
Mhm.
স্যার এই নলেজ অ্যান্ড স্কিলের সাথে ওয়ার্ক প্রসেস কি কোনোভাবে কন্ট্রাডিকশন করতে পারে বা কন্ট্রাডিক্টরি
না
হতে
না
পারে
না
এরকম?
না 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 নলেজ অ্যান্ড স্কিল, তোমার যে নলেজ অ্যান্ড স্কিল, তোমার যা নলেজ, তোমার যদি if you are expert in offset printing, then you will be put into the offset printing department. So offset printing, for offset printing, to run an offset printing department, you need to have that skill, you need to have that knowledge. So based on your knowledge, if you are expertise in offset printing, then you will be put into the offset printing department. So departmentalization has been done maybe on the basis of work process, but on the same way, our manpower will be dedicated in that, I mean, based on their knowledge and skill. So this is not contemporary, I mean, this is not contradictory. This is basically, you can say, more supportive to each other. Okay, this is not at all
কারণ স্যার
contradictory.
এক একটা ক্ষেত্রে দেখা যায় মানে একটা কোম্পানির যিনি সিইও, ধরুন উনি ফিনান্সের উপর মানে তার নলেজ আছে, অ্যাজ ওয়েল অ্যাজ তিনি হচ্ছে মার্কেটিং এর উপর নলেজ আছে। তো সেক্ষেত্রে ফিনান্স এবং মার্কেটিং দুটো কি কন্ট্রাডিক্টরি হতে পারে
না
এই
না
এই
মানে
টাইপের?
এখানে এখানে একটা জিনিস বুঝতে হবে, CEO, when you are talking about our CEOs, so basically CEOs, they are the top boss, they are the top boss. At that level, uh, if you have remembered the matrix, at that level your conceptual skill, a person's conceptual skill matters rather than the technical skills and that. So CEO is something different. I mean, CEO is boss of every department. So there, every kind of knowledge may be required. Okay, every type of knowledge may be
Yes, sir.
required. So that is not at all contradictory. That is very obvious thing. I mean, who will be CEOs? He has to have knowledge of everything actually. I mean, about his organization, his or her organization. So that is not at all contradictory. Okay.
ওকে স্যার।
Okay. So now, I mean, if you have any more question, you can ask, and then we will go to the next section. Anybody, if you have any other question, like,
Sir,
huh?
sir, does organizing and that the chart of that, what do we say, the authority, the central authority, does both of them are same thing? Comes under the same thing, that is
I'm not get you clearly. Organizing and authority. Organizing, basically, we are organizing the whole things. Okay. I think you probably asking that the organizing and authority, does these, I mean, is these two things are same? Like that is you're asking. That is your question.
yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
So organizing is a whole process. Organizing is a whole process, and regarding authority, we have not discussed yet in detail. But organization is a whole process, and when we are organizing the whole thing, when we are organizing different things for our organization, rather, to accomplish a particular accomplish some task, so here authority will come, because authority will give an idea that to a person, that what is his I mean, a span of work. Okay, so authority we will discuss about authority, but no, these are not same thing. Authority is a part of organizing process, because authority, you have to clear the authorities of your employees so that they can work freely. If you don't know what is your span of work, if you don't know to whom you have to report, if you don't know what you are doing, then you cannot, I mean, perform any task. So these things should be clear, and that is authority. So we will come to that point. But no, these are not same thing, and you can say authority is a very important part of organizing, but these are not same. Okay. Anybody else? I mean, if you have any question, I mean, কত তো আছে, বাদ বাকি প্রশ্ন করে না কেউ, খুবই শুধু এই কয়জনই করে যায়। যাই হোক, ঠিক আছে, আমরা নেক্সট সেশনে আসছি। নেক্সট সেশনে আমি ওদের ছাড়া, মানে ওদের কোশ্চেন তো ঠিক আছে, ওদের কোশ্চেন তো আমরা অ্যান্সার করবি, ওদের ছাড়া যারা প্রশ্ন করে না তাদের সঙ্গে কথা বলতে চাই, তারাও একটু প্রশ্ন করো, যদি বুঝতে না পারো বলো, বা যদি কোনো ডিসকাশন থাকে আমরা করতেই পারি। তো ঠিক আছে, আমরা নেক্সট সেশনে আসছি, জয়েন করো নেক্সট সেশনে। থ্যাংক ইউ।